Hello guys and welcome to another video. I'm continuing my series of analyzing my games against top grandmasters. And today, the hero of the video is Javokhir Sindarov, who is the World Cup winner and one of the hottest players right now. He'll be playing in the FIDE Candidates 2026 and honestly I'll be rooting for him just because he's on fire. And you know, I don't want to say anything, but he might be a dark horse there. Yes, Fabian Hikaru are the favorites, but in my opinion, the one player who can, take that candidate spot is Javokhir Sindarov. Let's see what happened in the game. So I start with the 4, my usual move. He goes c5, I go knight f3, he goes g6, hyper accelerated dragon variation. So I go c3, c3 is one of the most solid setups against this g6 things. So d5 takes and I go d4. So bishop g7, knight f3, the plan is to go knight b5. So he goes c takes d4, I go knight b5, that's all book moves. Now he goes knight a6, protecting from c7 4. I go bishop e3, which is again one of the main lines. Now if takes, I take on d5. So knight f6, knight d4. After castle, bishop e2, knight g4, bishop g5, e5, knight b3. I mean, generally, I can't say anything bad about White's position. He got a comfortable one. I mean, he potentially wants to play f6, develop the bishop maybe to c6, move rook to d8, and generally black should be good. So I go h3, he goes knight f6, and now I go castle. Knight c7, rook e1, h6, bishop h4, b6, and I go bishop f1. And now he has to decide what to do with this e5 pawn, because it's not that, easy to defend it. So he goes knight h5 now, this bishop protects. So, and here I think I spent quite a while, so as you might see I spent 13 seconds on move knight d4, because I think I was looking at bishop e5, but I think it just never worked, because I didn't really have a 4, and if I play g4, I mean knight f6 obviously is not a move, so you can play knight f4, and the position becomes winning. So knight d4 is a good move in terms of like, I'm trying to put extra pressure on e5 pawn. Queen now has to move, so he goes queen e8, which computer thinks is a mistake, and now I go bishop c4. What computer likes about White's position here is I had g4, and if now knight f6, I can take rook e5 or I can take knight f5, and my position becomes nearly winning. And if knight f4, I play bishop g3, and I'm setting up bishop f4 idea. And now if g5 was to be played, bishop f4, g takes f4, and now bishop g2, and I have just a lot of attacks. And if bishop b7, I believe I might have knight f5. And if bishop g2, I might play knight f3 back, or I might, knight f3 is actually terrible, computer recommends knight g6. And somehow I'm saying that I have better chances, and if queen d8, I'm just interested. Knight e7 check, and if king h7, I finally can take. So yeah, that would have been great, but I played bishop c4. I believe I could have seen bishop g4 being played, but I just forgot about that move. So he goes bishop b7, which is a good move. I go queen c2, setting up queen g6 idea. He goes king h7, and now I go knight f5. What a brave move. I mean, yeah, it's kind of wild that I can play it, and it's actually the best move. Surprisingly to me, even to me, it's the best move. So knight f5. The plan is to take this bishop, and if takes, my position is simply winning. I take on h5. This is all ruins, and it's all bad. So bishop f3 now takes, and now queen goes to c6, attacking the bishop and attacking the pawn. So I take on g7, he takes on g7, and now I go bishop e2. And after bishop e2, I'm already significantly worse. So computer recommends queen f4 and trying to go for the endgame. Instead, I go bishop e2, knight e6, and now I can realize that as soon as knight get to f4, I'm in trouble. Queen f4, and now I'm trading off queens. So g5, bishop g3, rook d8, rook d1, and I'm trying to trade some pieces off the board. So bishop f2, knight c5, takes, king f2, b3, king f3, and the position is, I mean, yes, it's slightly better for black, just because the knight is very active and my bishop is not very good and always has to be careful of h3. But generally, I mean, it is around equal. Takes, rook b8, I go rook b1, rook d8, I go b4, trying to create counterplay, and here I made the final mistake in this chess game. So, what I was supposed to play here is c takes b4. I honestly didn't like that move. you might ask me for, for various reasons. Rook b8, I don't think that's what I didn't like. Rook c8 is probably the reason. So the idea is obviously to play rook c3 or rook c2 and then try to... Yeah, I think that was the point, that he takes the open file and I can't really come up with any move. Here I had to play king g2, and then if let's say knight e6 with knight d4 plan, I can play rook 7. But again, it's so unpleasant to play with white that probably Javokhir would have found ways here to punish me. So after rook b4, the play becomes simple. He plays rook d1, he's attacking the bishop, and now I'm hopeless. I go bishop c4, I'm trying to take the pawn on f7, king f2, rook c1, rook f7, rook a7, rook c3 first, and now king e1 once again is the final blunder. I was supposed to play king g1, which is a little bit wild, to give up pawn with check and now play king h1. And somehow computer pretends that I'm still holding, even though I don't like even something like after g4 and then king g5 this. And I'm like, what I'm supposed to do? Rook f7, king g4. Let's say king tries to walk, but apparently bishop e6, and I'm winning g7. So yeah, there were ways, but of course very, very complicated. Now knight h3 first. Once again, rook a6 would have holded me slightly more, because now let's say king h5, there is bishop f7 checkmate, so king has to move back, and then I kind of keep checking him until king probably runs somewhere around this side of the board. So king f6 was played instead, bishop h5, knight f4, bishop g4, was trying to stop the pawn, but now this is just moves. Rook h7, h2, rook h6, king g7, and unfortunately I lost the game. As far as accuracy goes in this game, now 82.7 for me and 87.9 for Javokhir. I played one brilliant move, again, one blunder unfortunately, 2750 performance for me and 2950 performance for Javokhir. Yes, couple of mistakes, a lot of inaccuracies, but that's what we're here for. We're trying to learn, we're trying to basically get better every single chess game. And one of the advice I would give you is that, I'm telling this a lot. So what you gotta do and how you gotta go about this online games. So let's say you play 10 games a night. You download free version of ChessBase, and you put those games inside the ChessBase, and then put some notes inside. Please, seriously, that's the best way to go about those games and analyze, because then, let's say, next time you kind of will know what will happen and what you are supposed to play in certain types of positions. And that's what I'm doing right now. Let's say with those games, I'm basically uploading them to ChessBase and then, put some notes inside. But yeah, I think that was kind of good game. I played with some aggressiveness in the beginning and then obviously blundered a few things. But yes, let me know any questions you might have. Let me know if you enjoyed this this recap, and I'll see you in the future videos. Bye bye.